sun. Can I get a check? 1. Hey, check 2. What's going on, world? Kick it. Oh, la 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 la. Mm-hmm. La la la. We are rolling. Sing it, Conti.
Shiva. Shiva. Shiva.
For you.
Shiva.
La la la. Hey man, how are you? How are you? That's Shiva by request.
Shiva.
Oh wow! Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that request. I have not completed any of these tunes yet. I'm just fucking around with them, you know, and you know they're pieces. They're pieces right now. Nothing up on iTunes. I just have this idea of doing kirtan music, mostly because I like it. You know, I like Krishna Das. There's a lot of people doing this type of music, and it's not much. It's just, you know, it's Om, it's Hare Krishna, it's Shiva, it's Radhe Radhe Govinda. It's just the same words. They're mantras, and they're a lot of fun. You know, they're a lot of fun to do. They feel good doing it, and you know, it's so thank you for that. Once I have something more complete, there will be videos, and I'll be honest, I kind of lost touch with how to promote music. All I know is this, right? What I do right here, video, and I don't really promote it. I work on the attraction rather than promotion idea, that if you do something brilliant in this life, or something not even brilliant but close, something that grabs people's attention for whatever reason, that's all you really need. Right? You just need to do what you do. And so that's what the music's about. So today, welcome to the program, everybody. We're going to talk about the war, right? The incredible confusion in the world, incredible violence, incredible aggression going on right now. There's obviously blame, finger pointing. You did this, you did that. And the violence continues, right? We're talking about Gaza. We're talking about Israel right now. Last week we were talking about Syria. 2 weeks ago we were talking about blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline in Germany. You know, 3 weeks ago we were talking about Yugoslavia. Not Yugoslavia. That's dead already. I always get Yugoslavia and Venezuela confused. Same number of syllables. But right now we're talking about Gaza, and we're talking about the war crimes that are occurring. Are they war crimes? Is anything in war a crime? Isn't the nature of war criminal? We're going to kill you and claim defense. All war is a crime against not only the person you're killing, but yourself. You're escalating violence in you, and then it's pouring out of you. And right now in America, the president of the United States, the most important person in the world, at least to us, the guy guiding American policy, is saying that Gaza, the Palestinians, have committed a war crime, inescapable, because they had a tunnel under a hospital in their territory in Gaza. Because there was a tunnel there, that makes it, this tunnel's all over Gaza, by the way, if you haven't figured that out yet. It's like a subway system underground, because Israel has been bombing the shit out of it for 50 years. So sometimes underground, you could say they're anybody who uses the tunnel is a Hamas terrorist, which is very shallow and ridiculous. But right now, Joe Biden is predicating the. Now, on this channel, I had said that, before I tell you what Joe Biden predicated, I told you on this program that it did look like, in fact, the Israeli army military blew up Ali Shiva, whatever the name of the hospital is over there in Gaza. Right? Bomb lands in a hospital, a parking lot close by, didn't actually blow it up. And then suddenly we find that there are underground tunnels everywhere. And that, for some reason, justifies blowing up the hospital. Right? Now, hospitals, in my opinion, should be off limits, shouldn't they? We're going to kill. It's when you blow up. If you're saying, and this is what Israel is saying, they're saying the Gazian people are not our enemies. In one breath, and in the other breath, they're blowing up hospitals with babies in them. And then claiming that somehow Hamas is chopping off the heads of babies. You've even heard Joe Biden say that they're chopping off babies' heads. Well, if you look at the score so far, right, Gaza killed 1,400 in the latest conflict. They killed 1,400 at a rave, right, young people. Right? And then since that point, Israel has killed an estimated World Health Organization, WHO, and United Nations estimate about 14,000 dead Gazians already, 40% of which are children. Right, so 40% of 14,000, right, is how much? Right? That's a lot of fucking kids. Right? That's like half. Right? You're talking about Gaza. The Israelis killed 7,000 kids. Who's doing more killing? Right? It looks like Israel right now, and that's only getting worse. Right? Mm-hmm. The famine and the starvation and all the other things that are going to come out of starving the Gazian people out of their property is only going to escalate. Right? There's no escaping that. But we have in this country, we have a president who is championing the attack on Gaza, saying that anything that the Palestinians do to protect themselves or in their own property is a war crime. Right? And that the bombing of the Ali Shiva Hospital, Ali Baba Hospital in Gaza, one of their main hospitals, is okay, is fair game. Right? They're going door to door. Right? The Israeli troops went into the hospital. They didn't blow it up, but they went in there terrorizing. They went in there with guns drawn, demanding that all men between 16 and 40 leave the hospital immediately and stand outside in the corridor, so that the Israeli troops can have a look at you. Right? And allegedly they fired shots outside the hospital to get the staff to come out. Right? This is the kind of things they're doing in Gaza right now. These are it's all crime. I don't want to say Joe Biden in particular is a war criminal, because they're all war criminals. Netanyahu is the supreme, killer in this whole thing, executing the whole thing. Right? Joe Biden says that, well, they had tunnels and munitions stored underneath the hospital somewhere. See, Israel found them, right? And that is a predication. Joe Biden is predicating all of that, right? Saying that because there's a tunnel under the hospital, that gives Israel the right to blow it up and to starve out anybody inside. Anybody inside that hospital is going to fucking die unless they get out of there. There's nothing. There's no power. There's no food. There's no operation going on. There's no hospitalism going on in the hospital. It's a fucking dead zone. Right? Israel killed it. Israel killed the hospital. So anyway, this is what we're going to talk about. Palestinians have no actual army, says Weevil Girl. Right? This is not a fair fight. You're talking about a gorilla and a pet rabbit, at best. Not even a rabbit. It's more like something without legs, like a turtle, where the gorilla could just step on it and crush it. Right? You can't get away. Right? The Israel army is hundreds of times more powerful than anything Palestine has. That's why they have tunnels to hide from the fucking barrage of American-made weaponry that's dropping on their heads, and European weaponry, right, that's given to them, right? So anyway, so this is my thumbnail today. Joe Biden claiming war crimes in Israel, Gaza, part of it, because Gaza had a tunnel under a hospital, and therefore we're going to go in there and kill everybody. Right? So there's my thumbnail. Dead babies on your hands, Joe. Joe Biden, war criminal. Anybody who promotes war is a war criminal, in my view. Right? Unless it's the only people who are not war criminals in this is the Palestinian people who live in Palestine. They're being invaded, right? They're being occupied and invaded. That doesn't qualify as war. That qualifies as self-defense when someone comes into your property and tries to take it from you, or to bully you and shut down your hospital. Right? That's the crime. You're in their property. They're not on your property, right? When you're on their property, you're the invader, right? Do you see that, Jew? Hey, Jew. Excuse me, Jew. Hey, Jew. Do you see that? Can you see that without a filter? Right? Think about it. Think about it. Right? So my name is Marcus Conte. Every morning at 9 a.m. I do philosophy. That's all this is. This is not politics or opinion or fucking anything, really. It's just stream of ass, right? I just wake up and it comes out, right? Fucking, like everything else, right? And so every morning, 9 a.m. on YouTube with these fine people. We got an audience. We got people. Spirit Child is here. Vinny D. Martini, motherfucker, it's here too. David Brown, William Smith. Who else is here? Weevil Girl in the house. Cass Philly Camden in the house. William R. Hall doing spectacular things up there in Syracuse. Check out the Daily Orange. The Daily Orange is a newspaper up there in Syracuse. And it showcased, it's actually a campus newspaper, the Daily Orange, and it circulates, I think, a few times a week. I don't know if it's every day anymore. It used to be every day. But William R. Hall's got a nice write-up there doing his art, his Photoshop-ism, tweaking photographs of whatever. And it's getting a lot of attention, and we got a real artist on our hands, William R. Hall. Give William a hand. You can find his work right now. Go to Syracuse University and then follow the links to the Daily Orange, which is the student paper, and they're talking about William a lot. Right? William's ears are ringing because everybody in Syracuse is talking about him as the one. Right? So I gotta follow up on this story. Right. So yesterday. There were we saw the beating, right? We saw the blundering of a cop on a subway platform by two black guys, two black fucking teenagers bigger than the cop, beating the shit out of the cop because the cops told him put the cigarette out, and they didn't like that idea, and they started beating up the cop. And here he is, what's up, homeboy? What's up, my nigga? What's up? Right? So we saw the video yesterday, and it turns out that they were released. Right? They beat up cops. Assault on a police officer. Two fucking kids almost threw it. You almost saw the cop. They're on a ledge right here. If that cop would have went over the ledge, it was fucking dead, man. You're not going to survive that fall. All right? But they were released. No bail. No bail. All right? Check this out. A Bronx judge released the two brutes accused of pummeling a cop on Monday in a move that was slammed by the NYPD union leader. Right, so 23-year-old and 20-year-old were arraigned Tuesday on assault charges for allegedly beating up an officer. At the hearing in Bronx, prosecutors requested $10,000 or $30,000 bond, but Judge, this is where it gets funny. Judge Eugene Bowen released them without bail, according to court records. Could you imagine that? Who the fuck is this guy? Judge Eugene Bowen Bowen. There he is. He's a brother. Hey, man, what's up, man? My Negro. Got a shot of that shit, right? There he is. He just got elected 2023. He's tenor. He's present sitting judge in the city of New York, a brother. Right? He ran on a platform, Democratic Party, a member of the New York City Civil Court, right, as a judge. And I believe that's him, right? Eugene Derone Bowen. So that's the judge that released these two hoods. That's not racism. Come on, man. Don't even think about it. Don't even speculate that the two thugs beating the shit out of the two black thugs beating the shit out of the white cop are released without anything, without bail by a black judge. Right? There's no racism there. Don't even speculate that, because if you do, then that makes you the racist. Amazing, man. Amazing the times we live in, but that's that story yesterday. So, I wanted to talk about Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne is out of the hospital again. He's the former singer of Black Sabbath. War Pigs. You can't play music on YouTube anymore because they'll scratch your channel. War Pigs, the singer from Black Sabbath. Ozzy Osbourne was seen wheeling out of a hospital in a wheelchair. He had some neck surgery, and he says this. He says he has Parkinson's since 2003, he claims. And he says he's done. That's it. 74 years old. He is done with surgery. Right? He says, I'm done with the medical profession cutting me up and trying to fix my fucking parts. Right? Congratulations, Ozzy. Get off the fucking wheelchair and do some exercise. Do some yoga. I know he's got pins in his neck, and he had an accident, and he had all pins and shit in his head. Right? But he claims this could be the end of Ozzy at 74. The pain can get real. He better try something else because he claims, if I can't do it anymore, I can't go under the knife anymore. It's killing me. I'm already half dead. So Ozzy in deep. Ozzy Osbourne, 74 years old, in deep right now. We pray for Ozzy. Pray for Ozzy. Great artist, great musician. Also, a story caught my eye. FBI digs for bodies, possibly buried by Gambino crime family at upstate New York farms. Now, this is true. Did the mob, the Italian gangster mob, the Gambinos, the Colombos, and the rest of them, the Genovese crime family, did they kill and bury people or throw them in the river before the searches became sophisticated, where they saw the bodies and identified them? Right, before there was a lot of cops, the fish would eat the body before anybody would find it. But it advanced to people, gangsters owning farms in upstate New York. Allegedly, they would have pig farms, or people that raised pigs. And what they would do is they'd have a body, right? They don't know what to do with the body, right? So they starve the pigs for a day. The pigs, not maliciously, but they make the pigs hungry, right? They skip a day without the pigs eating, right? No food for you pigs. Pigs are going crazy and hungry. What they do is they truck the dead body in with the pigs, and the pigs eat everything, man. They eat fucking everything on the body, the bones, the teeth. They eat the whole fucking thing, right? And they shit it out somewhere, right? So there's nothing. There's just pig shit. But anyway, I find it fascinating with backhoes. There they are, the police trying to find some dead bodies. They just rounded up 16 thugs from Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, the Bronx. Here's all their names: Joseph, Joey Brooklyn, Danny Toledo. Right, all these gangsters, right, in New York City. They squeal. That's what they do. I don't want to sit in jail for the rest of my life for racketeering. I'll tell you where the bodies are. I'll give you the bodies if you let me go. That's what they do. They all squeal. So right now they're running for cover. They're running for cover, right? The gangsters are all running for cover. Was I too loud today? I thought I just turned down my mic. It's giving myself a headache. It's fucking so loud. Right? So watch out, man. Watch those gangsters, man. They'll fucking chop you up and throw you to the pigs, man. Shit is crazy, man. Fucking gangsters. I don't mess with no gangsters. So let's talk about the story. Shifa, all right, or Shiva. What we know about Israel's raid on Gaza's main hospital. All right, what a mess. All right, what a mess. Joe Biden, well, maybe we should play Joe Biden saying it. Let's watch the report of Joe Biden saying what happened, and then we'll talk about the details a little more. Let's listen. This is Al Jazeera reporting.
U.S. President Joe Biden has defended Israel's raid on Gaza's largest hospital. He's repeated Israeli statements that Hamas had its headquarters beneath Al-Shifa. But neither Israel nor the U.S. has produced evidence to back up the claims.
There is no evidence, right? Israel and the U.S. are saying that the headquarters, Hamas's headquarters was under a hospital. There's no evidence of that. It's ridiculous, right? Does it lead to a headquarters? Is there a tunnel that leads to a headquarters? Yeah, probably, but it's just ridiculous. And even if there was, who fucking cares, right? Who fucking cares? It's their property. They can do whatever they want with it. They could build a fucking, anything. They could build a discotheque under the hospital for all you care. Why are you in there, right?
Here's the situation.
Okay. Tell us, Joe.
You have a circumstance where the first war crime is being committed by Hamas by having their headquarters, their military, hidden under a hospital.
Okay, so there's a statement, right? He's going one step further and one step before, saying that because there's some sort of military whatever underneath the hospital, that gives Israel permission. That in itself is a war crime, a crime of war. You're not allowed to do that. You have to stand out in front of us so we can shoot and kill you, and that's fair. Right? A super aggressive, super sophisticated military like Israel, you have to stand out in front of them so they could see you and kill you. But if you hide yourself, like the Indians did in America, hiding themselves from the British, then you are a war criminal, right? So that's Joe Biden saying it, not me.
Their headquarters, their military.
Yeah.
Here's the situation.
Okay, tell us again, Joe. We weren't listening.
You have a circumstance where the first war crime is being committed by Hamas by having their headquarters, their military, hidden under a hospital.
Okay, Joe, why don't we go one step before that? What did Israel do to Hamas to cause them to build these fucking tunnels underneath everything? Dropping bombs on their heads, Joe. Right? So if you want to go one step, why don't you go 2 or 3 steps and you'll find Israel's hands incredibly dirty on the whole thing. Continue, Joe.
And that's a fact. That's what's happened.
Is it?
Israel did not go in with large number of troops, did not raid, did not rush everything down. They've gone in, and they've gone in with their soldiers carrying...
You already killed the hospital. There's no power. There's no medicine. The doctors all ran out for their lives. There's dying people on the fucking floor. All right, come on, Joe. Get your head out of your fucking old ass.
Weapons or guns. They were told, let me be precise.
Yeah, please.
We've discussed the need for them to be incredibly careful.
More on this now from Mike Hanna in Washington, D.C. So, Mike, Joe Biden spoke at length about the conflict in Gaza. What else did he have to say?
Yes, indeed, they're giving his version, or rather the Israeli version of events at Shifa, claiming that...
See, there you go. So there's Al Jazeera telling you that it's the Israeli American Joe Biden version of what happened. But nobody can confirm it. Right? That's Al Jazeera reporting,
There were, in fact, fighters in place in that hospital without providing any evidence. But President Biden...
Oh, no. They provided evidence. They showed a bunch of photos of guns on the floor. And you're expected to believe that that's what they found in the hospital. And that's the reason why they went into the hospital. No, they went into the hospital to scare the shit out of people. To get people to fuck, to run out. They just don't care. That's the point. That's the point. Israel is indiscriminately killing and fucking... putting a stop to any activity in Gaza. And why not a hospital? Why not a grocery store? Why not a school? Right? That's what they're doing. Again, they've already killed, on the latest numbers, 14,000. I would estimate that number's way more.
Also had words to say about the solution to this, a long-term solution to this ongoing crisis, and that he continues to insist is a two-state solution. He also made very clear his belief that Israel needs to take caution in terms of its operations with regard to civilians, making these points that he has made repeatedly in recent days. But above all, though, supporting, it would appear, Israel in what it is doing. He says that the conflict will only end when Hamas loses its capacity, as he says, to kill Israelis. So here we're hearing from President Biden on a number of issues relating to the Gaza conflict.
Vinny, I'll put this up for you. Trump Winery, $109 a bottle. Vinny is bringing to our attention. If you're interested in Trump Winery, here's the link: shoptrumpwinery.com, and you can get some free wine. Get some interesting, not free wine, but I bet it's good wine. I don't know. I know Trump doesn't drink, right? Trump should be selling, I don't know, fucking something else, right? Golf clubs or something. But there you go, man. Some Trump wine. So is anything Biden's saying true? Right. All right. So they're saying that here's the point I wanted to make. There's a couple of points I want to make, but let's look. An eyewitness at Shifa Hospital told the BBC that troops moved in overnight and were interrogating people. Now, this is the BBC reporting. On Wednesday, Israel said it found Hamas operational center at the hospital, sharing images of what it said were Hamas weapons and equipment. Now, this is the picture they showed us. A bunch of guns on the floor, and that's it, a photo. That's it. They did it. Now we're going to blow them up. Hamas denies operating there, and the BBC cannot independently verify the claim. So unverified, fog of war. Nobody. Israel and the U.S. is saying yes, it's Israel. And even if it was, who fucking cares? You have protection of a hospital, right? People, right? Hamas protecting a hospital. The hospital was fine before Israel got there. What threat was it to the hospital that Israel would come in and fucking kill everybody? Ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. UN humanitarian said he was appalled by the Israeli raid, while the WHO said it was extremely worried for patients and staff with whom it had lost contact. The BBC has been speaking with a journalist and a doctor inside the hospital. This is what they find. A journalist inside Al-Shifa told the BBC that Israel troops were in complete control of the hospital and no shooting was taking place. I don't know. He said 6 tanks and about 100 commandos entered the complex during the night. The Israeli forces then went room to room, questioning staff and patients. Oh my God! Could you imagine being in a fucking hospital and having armed troops? Right? All your oxygen went down. Your fucking blood transfusions over. Your operation got canceled. Your medicine is no more. Right? You're just sitting there ready to die in the fucking hospital. Right? And you get a knock on the door and it's Israeli troops, right, looking for you. The Israeli troops asked all men ages, this is a report from a journalist inside and a doctor inside of Al Jazeera, inside of the hospital, asked all men 16 to 40 to leave the hospital building. Get out, he said, right? Soldiers fired into the air to force those remaining inside to come out, Kadir said. Who's Kadir? Kadir is the Israel troops. Kadir Kadir, is he the how's a journalist? Kadir is the journalist. Sorry, this is a journalist saying it. Israel says Hamas operational center found precise target operation against Hamas in a specific area in the hospital. No. You already destabilized the hospital, and hospitals have special protection in wartime. This is what I want to talk about. Right? Do they really? Does a hospital have special protection in wartime? Let's look. According to international humanitarian law, hospitals are specially protected facilities. Specially, they're protected. This means that parties to conflicts cannot attack hospitals or prevent them performing their medical functions. They can lose their protection if they are used by a party to the conflict to commit an act harmful to the enemy. What the fuck does that mean? Right? Hospitals are protected unless it harms us. Right? It makes no sense because it's unsensical. That's why it doesn't make sense. The International Committee, the Red Cross, says this could be something like a hospital being used as a base from which to launch an attack, as a shelter for able-bodied fighters. Right? Let's look. So the Red Cross says used as a base to launch an attack. None of that happened. There was no base. There was no attack launched from the hospital. There's nothing, not even a suggestion that that's what it was. Or as a shelter for able-bodied fighters. Hold on a second. The market is open. The market is open. I want to see what the market is doing. Looks like we're opening down. Can I get a read? Can I get a read on this, please? NASDAQ down slightly, and Dow, everything down. NASDAQ down 34, Dow down 78, S&P 500 down 5. Let's see how it continues. I don't think that's really... And now the NASDAQ's down 34. All right, I'm having some trouble with my feed over here. We'll get back to it. So there you go. So here's the point. As a shelter for able-bodied fighters, right? That's called a military hospital, right? Do you know that the United States, look at this, United States, health.military, military hospitals and clinics. We have hundreds of hospitals throughout the fucking country and the world for our people, right? For able-bodied fighters, right? What is a hospital for, right? You're going to say that because a Hamas soldier goes to a hospital for care, that qualifies as a shelter for able-bodied fighters, and that would give you permission to blow the hospital up? Is that what you're saying? Right? Because you're giving permission to blow up every one of these fucking hospitals in the U.S., because that's precisely what they're doing. They're taking care of they're sheltering and taking care of able-bodied fighters, or to shield a military objective from attack. Right? Military objective? What, to kill everybody? There is no, the only objective of the military is to kill everybody. Right? So you see how ridiculous it is. That's the big one, according to the Red Cross, as a shelter for able-bodied fighters. That's what Israel has claimed. See, they're sheltering. But there were no soldiers. There were no able-bodied fighters even in the hospital. What they found was sick people and children and people waiting for their new leg and their heart operation. They're probably dead now. Right? How many people is Israel killing? That's killing, right? When someone enters a hospital and you blow it up and destabilize it, you're killing them. Don't you get it? You're the criminal. Yeah. Oh no, because there was a tunnel, man. We had to get the tunnel. Bullshit. All crimes. The tunnel under their hospital, on their property, and it's our objective to get that tunnel out of there. And so we blew it up. We killed everybody. The WHO had warned that evacuating patients would be a death sentence, given the medical system was collapsing. Hold on a second. What the fuck is going on with my feed here? What is going on? Hold on a second. I need to see this. NASDAQ is down 35 at the moment. And my portfolio. I'm not getting my feed for some reason. I'm not getting my list. Why aren't I getting my list today? Let's see. There's my list. And this is important stuff, man. We gotta know what's going on in the world of money. Right? So this is, get rid of one more thing, and then we'll talk about the market. Talk about the market. I don't know. Sometimes I use I use Yahoo Finance. I don't pay for any of these feeds. So all right. So it looks like we're way up. I mean, we are so high up in the stratosphere. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this rally off the bottom that has happened over the last couple of cycles. Look at this. We were all the way down here, and now we're almost approaching the top of the old top, right? But it looks like technology leading the charge. Nvidia down 4 today. Google up 60 cents. Apple up $2 to 190. Apple looking strong. Amazon up to 140 at 281, up $2.81. Facebook Meta up, down 5. Microsoft up 3.5. Tesla down 4. They're kind of mixed, right? It's kind of mixed, a mixed bag, and so we'll see how this goes. I don't know. I think it might break right here. You might get a sharp. It looks like a sharp move down coming. That's my suspicion, but I could be wrong about that because it broke out. We could be in the process of heading even higher and higher and higher, right? This could be the first blow, but we don't really know. Anyway, so markets are good if you're long right now, and not so good if you're not in it or short. So there you go. What else? Biden backs Israel raid of Ali Shifa Hospital, says Hamas committed war crime with underground headquarters. Right? No headquarters to be found. Right? So thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Today is thank you for being here. And Thursday is my last day of the week. That's it. I'll see you Monday. I'll see you guys Monday. And so maybe I'll go. $109 for a bottle of wine is way out of my price range. Oh, here we go. That's a $29 bottle, but it's not a Trump bottle, man. A Trump wine, how dare you, Trump, charge $109? $109 for fucking wine? Come on, man. I'll see you guys. Thursday. I'll see you next Monday.
Shiva. Shiva. Shiva.